What's up, guys? Welcome in. It's time for Sports and Shenanigans, where women's sports and pop culture collide. We're hanging out on the Kansas City Sports Network, and I'm your host, Jillian Carol Latrenko. Our show is brought to you by Cherry Co., a sports and lifestyle brand that wants to celebrate female athletes, and that's what we do here on Sports and Shenanigans. So this amazing athlete that you see here with me, I'm so excited to welcome to the show, Jordan Silkowitz, goalkeeper for Bay FC. Jordan, it's so great to see you. Really excited that you're taking some time today. Of course, we all know you and love you, Jordan, a former KC current player, but you've made your way out to Bay FC, which we're happy for you that you're continuing your career and truthfully thriving. But let's hear a little bit about how life in California is going and how life on the pitch with Bay FC has been for you for 2025.
Well, thank you. It's been absolutely incredible. My mom's from Southern California, so being back on the coast has been incredible. I love getting to explore mountains, beach, forest, anything you want, kind of an hour max. So that's been absolutely incredible. And just getting to meet, obviously, everyone in this organization and my teammates has been pretty cool. And obviously coming at the end of last season, but also starting this year off here, it's been great to just continue to develop those relationships and getting to know people better. But it's been absolutely incredible.
So cool. Your mom is from around the area. I didn't realize that. Have you gotten to the Golden Gate Bridge yet?
Okay, obviously that was the first thing I had to do. Actually, my roommate in Kansas City, Gabby Robinson, came to visit when she had some time off. And so we actually went to the Golden Gate Bridge together for the first time and explored a bit around there. So it's pretty fun. And I was like, wow. The thing that was the coolest thing, if you go on like Google Maps, like the Golden Gate Bridge is actually red on maps. But I was like, oh, that's pretty sick. Amazing about that.
I'm sure never a dull moment with Gabby. So you two together. I'm sure that was pure entertainment.
It was. It always is.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, obviously, let's take it back a little bit, talk a little bit about your career from Virginia, started your collegiate career at Ohio State, did some really big things there, Big Ten freshman team for Ohio State, and then finished your career at Iowa State, absolutely killed it there as well. And then the 18th pick in the NWSL draft brought you to Kansas City. After some time with Kansas City, you did spend time away. You're with Brisbane, correct? And then you have found your home at Bay FC. Talk a little bit about your journey, just in general. You've gone from like coast to coast to another continent and back. Let's hear a little bit about from your perspective, just how much this journey means to you.
My journey has been absolutely incredible. It's been filled with a lot of ups and downs. I'd say it's been a roller coaster, but I think through it all, I've just had really great people to have helped get me through those lows, but also the highs. But obviously, growing up, I grew up in Northern Virginia. My dad was from New York. My mom's from California. So I didn't really ever spend any time in the Midwest. So until I transferred to Iowa State, honestly, I had no idea on the map where it was until I took my visit. I couldn't tell you where the state of Iowa was, but now I know, and I love that place. At Ohio State, obviously, I spent 2 seasons there. I was really looking for a goalkeeper coach and like just culture and something that better like fit aligned with me and my values and my goals. And I was really fortunate through the transfer process, but ultimately I went to Iowa State. I loved everything Iowa State stood for. I committed there for their goalkeeper coach, Dan Ball. I can't speak highly enough things of him. He's been such a pivotal part of my journey and the reason, honestly, I am where I am today. And it continues to grow from there. He's been absolutely instrumental to me. Probably one of the most important people in my life. So went to Iowa State. I really wanted to take a program and really help put it on the soccer map and leave it better than I found it. And gosh, Iowa State did more for me than I could ever do for Iowa State. I just met some of the most incredible people. I just feel so fortunate that I got to spend 3 seasons there. And then I was really fortunate. The draft was actually in Philadelphia, which being from the East Coast, it was maybe 2 hours from me, which was nice. And I was like, I'm a big sports nut. Like I love watching any kind of sports, like WNBA draft, like NFL draft, all of it. I love sports of all kinds. So I was like, how cool would it be to like go to the draft? And I had no idea what was like in store for me. I was like, you know what? It'd just be really cool to experience it after watching previous NWSL drafts and hearing stories. So I was very fortunate. My dad's side of the family's up in New York, so that some of them got to come down. My grandma, my uncle, cousin. So it was just a really special moment. Like our whole family got to be together. As we get older, it's harder to find time for us all to get together. So it was just great to be able to spend time with them. And that night, honestly, I don't even have the words to explain like how incredible it was. I actually didn't want to go until the end of the draft because I was like, oh, like normally goalkeepers go like fourth round, like end. And I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to go early. She's like, no, you're going. And I was like, okay, fine. So we ended up going to the first draft. It was like the first round. It was so cool. I'm sitting like on the couch with my family. Like my first ever goalkeeper coach was there. Like we're just hanging out. I'm just chilling. It's like the second round. Kansas City's up. I saw Gabby get drafted, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I love her. I played against her in college. Little to know that she'd end up being my roommate and my best friend. So it was such a cool moment. So I saw her and I was just chilling, and all of a sudden I hear my name, and I was like, whoa. I don't honestly, I blacked out. I do not remember much what happened after that. I was like, this is so surreal. Like everything, like, as a kid, like you dream. When people are like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, oh, professional soccer player. Like, okay, yeah, but like, what do you actually want to be now? Like, how many people get to do that? And like, just to have that dream come true and to have like so many people there that have helped me through like so much of my journey, be able to celebrate that moment. Like, that was not just about me, it's about all of us. It was just really special to have that and to get drafted to such an incredible organization. Like, I couldn't have been more grateful. I think Kansas City has some of the best people ever. So obviously getting out to KC, spending a year and a half there, I grew so much on and off the field. Obviously the jump from college to pro was really hard, but I was like really grateful to have so many incredible people to learn from, like Cassie Miller, AD. Like I talk to Cassie every day. Like she's still one of my closest friends. Like what a incredible human being, and she really took me under my wing, like my rookie year, her wing my rookie year. That's a friendship I'm just forever grateful for. And then all like the team became today, it's just a special place, and just to have those relationships and be able to start my professional career there, and being given the opportunity to go to Brisbane and play some games in the off season, play 19 games down there. I can't speak highly enough of the people down there either. What a beautiful country and beautiful people. It was really cool. I actually went to Australia when I was probably 7 with my family. Went for Christmas. So I didn't really remember too much, but getting to go back and like actually get to see different cities as we went, like it was beautiful. And I can't wait to go back in vacation whenever I get some time off, and I still talk to my coaches from down there, like just the relationships that I built, getting to play the game that I love and the opportunities that this game like has given me. I'm just forever grateful for. And then coming back to KC, obviously, and getting to open up the season in CPKC Stadium, the first ever stadium built for a women's team, was absolutely incredible. And the fans in Kansas City, like, they're special. So it was just a great place to continue to learn. And then obviously the opportunity and getting traded to Bay was, I'd never been traded before. You always hear about all these crazy like trade stories from different sports organizations or leagues, and it's like, whoa, okay, yeah. I remember when I got traded to when I actually got into the Bay, like when I got told, I think it was 36 hours.
Oh,
And Gabby is helping me like throw things into boxes, because I'm like, oh, I don't even know what to do. How do I pack up like 2 years of my life kind of in Kansas City into a car? But that was like a cool moment. Obviously, always sad to leave a place we've built such good friends and foundation, but I think that has helped me catapult to where I am today also, like having that foundation. I still talk to all those people. So it's just really special. And this organization, it's really cool to see the direction we're heading, and getting to once again build relationships and see where this club is going is really special as well. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of it.
oh, I'd love to hear that. And I love the shouts to your youth goalkeeper coach, your Iowa State goalkeeper coach, even Cassie Miller. Just, it's cool to hear the influential, impactful people that you still acknowledge like on a daily basis. That's so cool. And obviously your journey has brought you to Bay FC, where we have seen you, the goalkeeping position is so unique. We were just kind of chatting about it, but it's tough to play the role in general, but also to be a part of a goalkeeping unit. But you've been all those parts, right? You were in Kansas City and you had some a couple of other professional goalkeepers that have had lots of experience, etc., ahead of you, and you came over to Bay FC. And I believe you guys were all pretty green, right? When you came to Bay FC, everybody was kind of at a similar experience level. Is that right?
I was really fortunate, actually. When I first got here, Caitlin Rowland was here, and that's another person I forgot. She was absolutely incredible. Really helped this transition, like, because coming from the Midwest to back to like a city, it's a big change. I remember when I first got to my apartment, I was like, "Whoa, I'm not in Kansas anymore. A little different." But she was absolutely huge, and just getting to learn from her, like, I think she's the winningest goalkeeper in NWSL history, which is absolutely incredible. And I can't speak highly enough of her as well. Incredible human being. Yeah, and congrats to her on an incredible career. Like, I will forever be one of her biggest fans. But I was really fortunate to come here and get to meet her. I've like heard of her obviously, but like get to spend every day with her and learn from her. And she really did a good job of just creating a really good environment for me and Emmy, two young goalkeepers that want to play in this league for a while. So she was absolutely incredible.
And she spent some time in Kansas City as well in the past. So
she did. That PC connection.
Yes. I love that. Well, again, it's really cool to see you acknowledge the people who have impacted you. So that is super cool. But, you know, in your journey, you have earned your way into the starting goalkeeper for Bay FC. And we've seen it. It has been really cool to watch you in your first professional season for NWSL. And in week 7, we saw an absolutely spectacular save on a penalty that you made, and this was your first NWSL penalty that you faced. You did face a professional penalty down in Brisbane and saved it, I might add, right? Made the save, but I want to hear just everything about this whole situation. This was a massive save. And we're going to do it right when we come back from this break. So we're going to tease our listeners a little bit, Joyce, but when we come back, we'll hear all about it. For now, let's take a quick break. We'll step aside and we'll be right back. Guys, stay with us.
Looking for tickets for your next event? Tickets for Less is your #1 source. Save big on every purchase when you use promo code KCSN at ticketsforless.com.
Success in real estate takes more than vision. It takes the right financial partner. When someone takes something rundown and turns it into something great, that's called a comeback story. Like Bryan Group. They take distressed properties here in KC, completely rework them, and then turn them into valuable real estate. But that kind of work needs the right bank behind it. Enter Emprise Bank. They're not about cookie-cutter loans. They saw Bryan Group's vision, backed them, and now they're making big moves in Kansas City real estate. Talk about your partner in possible. Emprise doesn't do one-size-fits-all financing. They invest in potential and back growth. Visit emprisebank.com/KC to learn more. Emprise Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's playoff time, and if you're still just watching games, then you're missing out. With Pick 6 from DraftKings, you can turn your hoops knowledge into real cash. Just make your picks, track your score, and if you hit all 6, you're looking at bigger payouts than Prize Picks flex plays. Nobody's dropping better payouts than Pick 6. Hit 6 picks, and that's 25 times your cash. And if you beat your competitor, you could be looking at a 500 times bag in your pocket. And right now, new customers get $50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry. The playoffs are on, so why not take a shot at making a little money while you're watching? Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app right now and use code KCSN. That's code KCSN to play $5 and get $50 in bonus picks. Better payouts, bigger wins, only on Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. One per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
We are back with more sports and shenanigans. So pleased to be joined by goalkeeper for Bay FC, Jordan Silkowitz. And Jordan, we kind of just started chatting a little bit about it, but week 7 NWSL play, you faced the first penalty of your NWSL career, and you made an incredible save. Maria Sanchez stepped up, and I just want to hear, like, kind of what your thoughts are, what you remember from everything. I'm not going to ask you your secrets because goalkeepers, I respect you and all of your strategy. But just like walk me through. I mean, you guessed the right side. The dive was amazing. You got your arm extended. I mean, this was textbook. It was beautiful. But from your perspective, kind of just like walk us through it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously the flow of the game, they scored early. We a few minutes later came back down, tied it up. So I think in that moment when the pen was called, I was like, I just need to do my job and keep our team in the game. Hopefully like maybe give us some momentum moving forward. Yeah, I was with our coaches called the right side, and as she stepped up, I was like, all right, here we go. So just pushed off that front foot, extended my hand, and I was like, yep.
Yeah.
When I had my hand, I was like, yes. When the ref was like VAR, I was like, no, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. What is going through your mind when you feel contact with the ball, when you know you made the save?
Yeah, I was like, let's go. Like, I just hope to be that like spark to our team. Like, everyone's putting in such a shift, like defending. Everyone defends every moment here. Like, really putting that work in. I just wanted to help get the team energy.
I love how humble you are. I think it's a big deal when rookies get their first goal in NWSL play. And I think this is just that for you as a goalkeeper. You're making your first amazing save. And like you said, I know you're just there to help your team, but this is big. And I want to hear a little bit about like how the mentality of a goalkeeper is potentially maybe like one of your strongest assets, right? Like you have to be ready to go at the blink of an eye, no room for error. How do you prepare mentally for not only like this penalty, obviously, but just like the life of a goalkeeper? How mental is it?
The mental side of the game is something I've really, obviously you've mentioned how being a goalkeeper is tough. Like, being young in this league as well, like it's really hard. And I think that's a part of my game that I've really tried to develop like over the years and really spend time focusing on. We have an incredible mental coach here, Augustina. She's incredible. Meet with her every week just to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Like work on mental toughness, mental resilience, and like a lot of visualization. And I think that's something that has really helped elevate my game, in all honesty. Just that little detail, because I think the goalkeeper position is 90% mental. Like there's a lot, like you said, you can do nothing for 90 minutes of a game and you have to spring into action. You might only have one thing to do all game, but you make the save. That's the difference between winning and losing, or a point or 3 points. So I think that's just been a big area of focus for me over like the last year, I'd say, especially just being able to also, there's a lot, like you said, you are the last line of defense, but I think that's what's fun for me as well. Like how I play, I'm the last line of defense, but I'm also the first line of attack. And I really enjoyed not just being like a goalkeeper, and how the goalkeeper position, how it like has developed over the years. Like we're so involved playing now, and that's something that is a big piece of my game and something I really enjoy about the position. And the pressure is a privilege, and I think this position, it's fun. Like I think the pressure is fun. Sometimes it can't always be fun when things might not be going well, but it is a privilege, and I think it's fun, and I really do enjoy that. I think maybe when people say goalkeepers are a little crazy, like we have to screw a little loose. Maybe that's why like we are, but I really enjoy it. And the mental piece is something I've really worked on and will continue to work on, because there's some things you can't prepare for,
Yeah. No, it's so cool to hear you say that you actually sit down and work with a member of the technical staff on the mental side. I think that's incredible. Getting inside the mind of a goalkeeper, like to your point, goalkeepers are like unique, what you say, sometimes they're a little quirky. You say it's a special person, that's for sure. But talk a little bit about, when the team is watching film and breaking down just different tactical situations. What are goalkeepers doing? What type of film? Or is it more film of yourself and your form on saves? Or how, kind of like what are you studying when you're watching back a game?
Yeah, I think it's both. I think a big part of the position is being preventative and proactive. We see everything in front of us. There's nothing behind us besides the goal for the most part. So being able to read the game, like we do a lot of individual film as well. There's some technical things that we watch, but also like we're in team film as well, seeing how are we going to play, how are we going to defend, how are we going to attack, because it's important for us to know all that as well, because a lot of our position is helping move people as well in front of us. Like, yo, talking to your center backs is something that's huge. Like whether it's structure, hey, man on, just seeing different things. Like we're very involved with that because most of the game is in front of us as well, and we don't always have the ball. So a lot of that is like more preventative, like understanding, okay, this is how we're going to defend, this is how we're going to attack, but also your opponent as well. This is what they're looking for. And so being able to like see things before they happen and communicate that is something that's huge.
Yeah, we always say like goalkeeper's got the best seat in the house, right?
Yeah, we do.
Everything in front of you. Well, growing up, did you always know you wanted to be a goalkeeper? I feel like that is a position where it does take specific skill sets, obviously, but like we were just talking about, a specific bravery and personality as well. When did you know you wanted to be a goalie?
So actually, this is a funny story. One of my youth coaches told me I could never be a goalkeeper. So I said, okay, watch me. Like, that's literally why I started playing. I'm so stubborn like that. I was like, hey, you think I can do it? I'm going to do it. So I used to run track when I was younger. So I was like fairly quick. And they're like, you're a waste of space in the goal. Like, no, come on, like play forward, score goals. And like that was fun. But I was like, nah, you said I couldn't do it. So now I want to do it. But actually my nickname when I first started playing was Swiss Cheese because the ball would always go through me, through my legs, like everything. But that in that moment when she was like, you can't do it, I was like, okay, watch me, I'm gonna do it. So
Whoa.
yeah, I think it's turned out okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out. It's working out all right for you. How about when you were little, any players, maybe goalkeepers or just kind of other in general soccer players that you always loved or you idolized when you were young?
Yeah, I think obviously watching the national team, Hope Solo was huge and getting to watch her, but also growing up, like I idolized Kaylin Sheridan. I love how she plays the goalkeeper position. I think she's absolutely incredible. What she does in possession, like being able to play both the disguise, the deception, what she does. She is such a threat, and it's so fun. I've loved watching her play throughout the years. Also in Kansas City, I watched AD quite a bit, so that was fun to be kind of on the same team as someone I grew up watching. Yeah.
That's wild, but I love that. And now, you'll be on the same field as Kaylin, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was really cool last game. Last
match,
San Diego, so it was really cool, and I had the opportunity to meet her this off season as well. So that was incredible. She was a great human being.
Okay, well, I have to ask you this because we're seeing it more and more, and it is after a goalkeeper makes a save and they're looking to distribute, and forwards are just sneaking and hanging around, and they seem to find a way to get in your way. I mean, what's the take from the goalkeeper's perspective? Do you just want to like smash that ball at this player? Like, what's going through your mind? Because
I'm just like, get out of the way. They don't want the goalkeeper assist, I guess. I'm like, come on, let me hit my 9 or my 7 and 11 that's breaking. Yeah, there's no sneakily about it. They know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to stop the counter, which I respect, but come on, you can just move a little,
yeah.
Gotta get good with my basketball skills, the juke out. If I get them going one way and go the other.
I love it. Well, I feel like we've seen it like the past couple weekends in more than one match. So I just had to get a goalkeeper's perspective on it.
Yeah, they're catching on to us,
Yeah, they are. Tough. All right, Jordan. Well, we see you killing it with Bay FC and a unique experience for you coming up. You and Bay FC are actually traveling back to Kansas City this weekend for a match on Sunday. Just how are you feeling about it? Obviously, there's the game, and I imagine your absolute goal is to bring home 3 points, but, also just kind of a little bit of a homecoming for you. How are you feeling about all of it?
Yeah, I'm obviously really excited. I have the utmost respect for the Kansas City Current organization and all the people. Like, I just have such a appreciation and love for all of them. And obviously, I'm excited to see some old friends. Like, Kansas City was home for a bit, so built a lot of good relationships there. So I'm just really excited. It's a familiar place. What a cool CPKC Stadium. What an incredible place to play as well. And the environment the fans bring, like, it's absolutely incredible. So I'm just really excited to be back. Like I said, goal is 3 points, but excited to be back in a familiar place with familiar people.
Yeah, for sure. And I know the fans will welcome you back with open arms, which is awesome. We had Kiki Pickett on the show after week 1, and she scored a banger of a goal, and she walked us through it. Then she helped us get to know a little bit about the personalities on Bay FC, which she explained them as very colorful.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's a good word from her. Okay, Kiki.
she named you as one of the bookworms on the.
Oh, yeah. I had gotten into my reading.
Okay, so what are you reading right now, or do you have any recommendations for us?
Okay, I will say Fourth Wing was my absolute favorite book, and the series was incredible. And I'm so sad that Rebecca Yarros is not writing book 4 until like 2026. She like left me on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, you can't do that to me, girlie. You can't. I have to know how it ends. And so I'm just patiently waiting for that. But okay, yeah, I do love reading. It's like a fun outside thing that, yeah, I enjoy.
Yeah, she was like, this girl can put away a book in a couple of days. And we were like, wow.
Yeah, honestly, I have not read a book like since, when you're in school, I didn't always enjoy reading for fun, because I was like, well, I have to do it for school. But like now, obviously not being in school, I'm like, wow, this is actually fun. I enjoy this now. So I picked up my books in Australia, and that's when it really took off. And I think I read like 30 books in 3 months last year.
Oh my gosh, great.
Yeah, I was just see the travel though, it's nice.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I love it on the plane,
Yeah.
Are you reading any books?
I'm not a reader. I'm terrible. I'm a podcast. I listen.
Well, no, you're pretty busy though.
Yeah.
You're always doing something. I love it. I love following what you do.
Your time. Thank
No,
you.
I always.
It's
I-
enjoyable right now.
Good.
Sometimes I wish there were 2 of me, but that's okay.
I bet a lot of me wish that too.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely so excited to have you on the show. Thanks for taking some time and sharing your journey and just kind of your perspective from the 6-yard box. We love to hear it. And
Thank you.
also looking forward to seeing you when you do come back to Kansas City this weekend for sure.
No, I'm so excited. Thanks so much for having me on. This was your last.
Well, that was a ton of fun, Jordan. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're welcoming you back to Kansas City this weekend, of course. Safe travels, but best of luck with the rest of your season as well. But grateful for your time. And that does wrap up our show today right here on Sports and Shenanigans. So excited to have Jordan join. Catch us next week. We've got more coming your way.